Dear friends, dear tens, dear world, when we began to prepare a few months ago, friends from all over the world got together and they all said exactly what they wanted from this meeting. They said, we want a foothold in spirituality. We want to be united. We want to give each other the confidence that such a thing is so and that we belong in it. We want to do what we can do to reach it. And since then, we've met friends from all over the world every night after the lesson. And the only thing that happened there was love and confidence working as some great global intergalactic 10. The only purpose we were together was to enhance the confidence between us, to taste it from the friends, to live their desire. Yesterday we heard the Zohar lesson, and in it was the most beautiful thing I think I have ever heard. And it was like beautiful, cool waters from the top of creation down to the bottom. And in it was full of the same thing. It was this pure confidence that we belong amongst the leaves of the tree of life. We're here only to do that. We are going to do that. We are doing that. We are a family. We are tens. We are friends. We are unity. L'chaim.
Hello, Berkeley. Hello, world neighborhood. I came all the way from Lithuania, from a small Baltic country here, to meet you and to be with you. And in the last couple weeks, I would say even last months, there was just so amazing preparation for this event. And I really saw example how friends can give, how friends can bestow, how friends can show you example of love, show you example of importance. And I really feel that I came here thanks to my friends. Thanks to the fact that they wanted me to be here. And I remember Rav said once that is just a law. It's just a law. It's law of nature. If you have friends, if you have tenth, if you have a group, if they want something for you, it just happened. If they won't, it won't happen. So I'm grateful for my friends. I'm grateful for the Creator to give me this example, what is really a bestow, and we'll succeed. L'chaim.
And to continue, the amazing friends, it's the example of the greatness of the Creator that every friend is showing to us all the time. How much in this preparation that we've really dug deep into realizing the need for us to be one Kli, one global Kli. And that is the Kli that the Creator fills. The Kli of the connection between the friends, where each of us is only focused on the other. This is what we have to offer Him. Raising our friends to Him, building this place where He can live in the connection between the friends. And the only way to do it is if we're all holding this together. If we all realize how special our friends are, how great they are. We're going to play a song now written by this great friend standing next to me. We want to uplift your heart, friends. Let's be one man as one heart. Let's really feel each other. Let's feel that we have the whole world Kli in this hall right now. L'chaim.
Following to myself, but I wanna draw to you. Cause when we can stand together, I wanna draw to you. When we can stand together above the frozen arms, I believe the light will come. We'll stay apart. Seems like I lost my wings, but you made me fly. And if I stop breathing, with you I'll stay alive. Cause when we can stand together above our frozen arms, I believe the light will come and make things right. We gonna burn one man body. We are the soldiers of the light. We gonna burn like fire, fire in the one desire. Love is stronger than the dark side of life. Beside light, light, and love, love, and light, light. In the end, there's nothing else beside light, light, and love, love, and light, light. In the end, there's nothing else besides light. No matter what'll come in our winding path, you are not alone, I'll always watch your back. So let's just stand together, I'll hold you in my arms. Suddenly the light will come and heal the heart. We are the part of the one-man army. We are the soldiers of the light. We're gonna break these walls around us and let the hope fulfill our lives. We are the part of the one-man army. We use the guns with both the fears. We're gonna break these shells around us and let the light come down here. We're gonna burn like fire, fire in the one desire. And the stronger than the dark side of life. Higher, higher in the one desire. In the end there's nothing left. We're gonna burn like fire and love, love, oh, light, light. In the end there's nothing else beside light and love, love, and light, light. In the end there's nothing else beside light, light, and love, love, and light, light. In the end there's nothing else beside light, light, and love, love, and light, light. In the end there's nothing else beside light. But I believe in you.
for one purpose. And that purpose is to show the connection and the unity great family. We came together for one purpose, to show the connection, the unity, and the love of a true family, and how we can bestow to each other and what it takes to get there.
Absolutely, and this big family is not just here in this room. This family is everywhere. It's in the world clear. It's traveling everywhere at this time, has moved from cities to cities, from countries across the ocean. People travel for hours, making a great effort, and we're here, and they are perhaps not in this room, but they are with us because we are together one. We have become already one. We're not trying to become one. We already are one. It's the sensation of our hearts. I know everybody, doesn't matter where the friend is. It could be anywhere. This friend is feeling the same thing I'm feeling and the same thing that we are all feeling. And our friend Merrill is going to really let us know.
Wow. You know, here we are. First we found out we were one family. And now we're here to find that we're much more than that. We are actually all one. One heart with one desire to bring contentment to the Creator for our friends. We're here right now to enjoy the love of friends in a society that knows no limitations. And the love that will flow will start here and go to all the world clear. All you mirrors will fuel us and build us and make us into the one heart the Creator loves us and wants us to become.
To continue these waves of love, we have a huge wave, tsunami,
ממש צונאמי של אהבה.
in Russia. We have friends from Moscow ready to share their experience, what they are feeling in their tents and how they prepared for this Congress and what they have for us. Love from Moscow.
Yes.
Дорогие товарищи, мне плохо писать подготовку, плохо писать то воодушевление и впечатление, которое мы получили во время этой подготовки. Чувствуется, что сердца они начинают уже биться в унисон, действительно начинают биться как одно сердце, перестают ощущаться расстояния, перестают ощущаться языки, перестают ощущаться все различия между нами. Действительно, такое ощущение, что мы все вместе становимся одной десяткой, которая устремлена на Творца, и все, что нужно каждому из нас, это пустить свое сердце товарищей, позаботиться о них в этом сердце, достичь в этом сердце ощущение связи между нами, чтобы в этой связи раскрылся Творец. И этот конгресс — это большой шанс и возможность для каждого из нас сделать эту подготовку внутреннюю и внешнюю, для того, чтобы весь конгресс не выходить из ощущения просьбы, из ощущения того, что все мое существование направлено только для того, чтобы каждый из моих товарищей ощутил совершенство Творца, ощутил Его любовь, ощутил Его через связь между нами. Поэтому большая просьба и большая надежда на каждого из товарищей, что во время этого конгресса не оставит не оставит заботу о товарищах, не оставит это ощущение связи между нами, и чтобы в этом связи раскрылся Творец. Очень люблю вас, мои товарищи, ожидаю великолепный конгресс, ощущаю, что связь между нами, она действительно уже между нами. Лихаим, братья.
Friends, we have a very special, very warm, very dedicated, very old and veteran friends with us. And one of them is Andreas from Chile. It's a beautiful soul. It's a beautiful, warm, amazing sparkle come in each and every congress, in every gathering. He's there to support his friends because it's important. Let's hear our beloved.
Hola amigos queridos del alma.
Hello dear friends from the soul.
Este es un congreso muy especial. Yo diría que el más importante.
This is a very special congress. I'd say it's the most important congress.
Llegamos aquí con otro grado, con otro deseo.
We've arrived here with a new degree. We've arrived here with a new desire.
Con el deseo de hacer felices a los amigos.
We have the desire to give contentment to the friend.
Y con eso hacemos felices al Creador.
With that action, we give contentment to the Creator.
Sintamos esa llama que está en nuestros corazones y unámoslos.
Let's feel that flame that's in our hearts. Let's connect that flame together.
Para que este congreso sea el más grande que hemos tenido en toda nuestra historia de Bnei Baruch.
So that this congress is the biggest congress that we've ever had in the history of Bnei Baruch.
No tengo duda que va a ser así.
I have absolutely no doubt that it will be like this.
Somos uno, una gran familia.
We are one. We're a huge family.
Hagamos nuestro trabajo en cada taller, en cada clase, como nos pide nuestro Rav.
Let's do our work. Let's do our work in each workshop, in each lesson, just like Rav has asked us to.
Pongamos nuestro máximo esfuerzo.
Let's put our maximum effort.
Y veremos que al final del Congreso
And then we'll see that at the end of this Congress,
será algo maravilloso.
it will be something incredible.
Siempre recordemos la meta y no dejemos de pensar en ella.
Let's always remember the goal and never lose sight of that.
Como siempre, en el nombre de todos los amigos de Chile, les doy un tremendo abrazo a cada uno de ustedes y siempre es maravilloso estar acá.
So in speaking for all the marvelous friends that we have in Chile, we're all hugging you and we're here with you.
Ajá.
Once again we gather as one man. Once again below this mount of hate. You and I have done this all before. Some would say it's hate. Look around, a new day soon will dawn. Now we meet again, but now our hearts are bare. Through the mist, our eyes will take the light. In a common prayer. La 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 И когда горячие пески остановят караван во мгле, воды последние глотки ты несешь ко мне. Не предашь, когда оставят все, will dawn. Now we meet again, but now our hearts are there. Through the mist, our eyes will cradle lines in a common prayer. La la la, la 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 la. La la la, la 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 la. La la la, la 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la.
Okay, friends. So, this isn't even the beginning of the Congress. This is sort of the pre-Congress. So everything's not working perfectly. So we're not sure whether we're going to have karaoke or not. So the question might not be up there. So listen very closely to what I'm about to say, because this is our workshop question. Turn to your friends and express what you're committing to the 10 in order to reach our goal. Turn to your friends and express what you're committing to the 10 in order for us to reach our goal. One more time, just because we don't think we have the karaoke. Turn to your friends and express what you're committing to the 10 in order for us to reach our goal. 4 minutes.
I'm ready to commit all my life. That is all my strength, all my energy. And what we notice, the more we commit for the goal, for each other, the more we get these strengths. The only thing is not to forget to commit more and more.
I'm committed to pray for the Creator for my friends. I want the Creator to fulfill my friends and reveal among them, and I want them to get their prayers to be answered. I'm committed and ask for the Creator's strength to do so.
I'm committed to try to subordinate myself to the 10, to try and get out of my animalistic nature and go where I know we should be going.
I commit all of my heart. I subjugate my ego before the 10. In words you've heard me say before, annul, include, and enliven. I want to be that example of the 3 H's with every given step and never leave anything in reserve.
I commit my whole heart to the 10, to empty it of anything I might want and make room and space to hear and to include all that I can in this Congress. Every desire of all my 10 here and bring them into my heart so that I can raise them to the Creator.
I'm committed to do everything that it takes to get us closer towards the goal. Annul myself as much as possible, give myself to the 10, and do everything I can do for the 10.
Yes, I commit myself to annul myself as much as possible, to commit to give my heart to all of my 10, to all of my friends, to commit myself. I commit myself to the goal to pray for the friends, not just for the friends that are here, but of all the friends, which is really the same, whether they're here or not. I commit to pray for them and to really have all of them in my heart as often, as much as possible.
Try to add my part.
Yeah, the commitment to constantly keep the goal in mind, no matter what comes our way, no matter what opportunities that it come, of course, is disturbances or whatever from the Creator, to always try to hold the thought that it's coming to us from the Creator to help us and be in agreement with everything that comes during this Congress, that it is a blessing from above, and try my best to see it that way.
All the time thinking about the goal, every time.
I have a desire to feel the place that we create between us, a place of trust, a warm embrace, united world mirror, above ocean, space and time, a special place in love where we all go. Let's move on. רוצים להרגיש את המקום שנמצא בינינו, מקום של חום וביטחון, מהיר לעולמנו, מהרוח והמקום והכל הזמנים, מקום שבו כבר לא צריך מילים. בוא נצעד את החיים ובינינו כאן נרגיש את החיים ובינינו כאן נרגיש את החיים.
The rules of the round table.
Friends, we're still waiting for about 100 more friends of ours, so let's please move to the front and fill the front seats. Even if it's not exactly your 10 number, that's okay for tonight. Okay, let's quietly take our seats. And also, if you have cell phones, let's all make sure our cell phones are turned off. Let's sit down.
Thank you, bro. I think you're right.
Okay, friends, let's make sure our phones are turned off one last time. We would like to start our first lesson at the 2018 North America Kabbalah Convention. In a minute, Rav Leitman will start the lesson. We wanted to welcome everyone here on behalf of everyone who prepared this Congress and ourselves, the instructor, part of the instructor team of North America. I have Tony, Asaf, and myself, Leo. And we're going to start the first lesson, Awakening to the Creator's Invitation. Rav Leitman, please.
First of all, I'd like to congratulate everyone. I've been expecting, anticipating this Congress for a long time, and I think you have too. And the success depends on us and on all of the world clear that is around us. Let's not disappoint ourselves. and also the upper force that governs us, collects us, and with it, together, we want to work. Awakening to the Creator. That's the first lesson of the Congress. In other words, we're already awakening to the invitation of the Creator. But before that, I need to know what is He inviting us for. His desire, the desire of the Creator, of the general force of nature, is from His desire to benefit us, from being good, good to benefit. And to benefit, to do good, it means, just like this force, according to its nature, it understands that it needs to do good, and because He is whole, so to do good means to give that same perfection to the created beings. And to build like Him, to become a copy, a replica, that's impossible. In spirituality, there are very clear laws, clearly defined, very sharply defined. And that is why the Creator, on the one hand, He needs to create a created being that will be opposite of Him, because only then, in such a way, He can exist, this created being, and to the extent that it will be opposite of the Creator. And on the other hand, He needs to reach that same perfection like the Creator, according to the thought of creation, to do good to the created beings. In other words, the created being needs to be built of two qualities, different qualities, contradicting ones, such that there are nothing that is more further apart than the will to receive in the created being that was created by the Creator, and the will to bestow that the Creator needs to attain. That the created being needs to attain. On the one hand, the will to receive brings the created being to great hatred, intense hatred to everything that is not according to its quality. And on the other hand, he needs to reach a quality of absolute love, just like the Creator's attitude to him. And he needs to reach this with all of those that he feels that are opposite of him, that he feels hatred towards. And then, when he attains these two qualities completely, they exist in him, in this created being, both of them, one opposing the other. Then he attains the connection between them, the unification between them, and the degree of the Creator. That is how we advance, through understanding, awareness, building ourselves, each one and all of us together, that we always advance with two feet, left, right. That left is considered to be the growing ego within us, the will to receive, the hatred of everyone, self-pride, self-love. And on the other hand, I need to attain qualities that are opposite of that. That instead of this growing ego, this great annulment, great love towards everyone, connection to everyone, to such an extent that I'm included in them, I disappear in them. Everything that the others want, I do. Upon my large ego that wants to bend everyone in my direction to my benefit. The created being, it really includes these two polars. And from that, we need to understand how its development is the development between these two polar, from one end to the other. It goes through different actions of descent, ascent, start, stop. And it goes through many, many states which are very, very contradicting, very unclear. That altogether, from these two, that they never equalize, they never support each other. He starts from the middle and he begins to become further and further and further and further away, more and more and more in all of these states. In other words, to the extent that he advances, he rises, he advances in this cone. And from that we understand that its development is very difficult. It's also unclear to the actual created being, because he's always facing something that he's not familiar with, that he doesn't have an example of, that he is confused, he is in the state of embarrassment. He has nothing that he can really count on or trust. He's not used to being in that state, that he's like hanging in the air, not knowing what's correct. Everything is built in such a way that these two ends, they tear us from within. Why? In order for us to hold on to what is in between them. This principle, which is included of them both, but included in this very special way, in a very special equation, in a special formula. It doesn't even exist in mathematics, and even more so in nature. It's called faith above reason, or it's called lishma, for his sake. That we can't connect these two ends within us, but we demand the upper force. And it's written about that he who makes peace above will make peace upon us. He knows how to connect these two in such a way that they will be able to coexist peacefully, in connection, in love. And this connection at this point is not clear to us. And that's what I truly expect us to get to know, to open up, to reveal, to apply it within us. Because this connection is really, it is what brings us the feeling of the upper world. The upper world is considered the connection between these two ends by the Creator, that these states that go and they evolve, advance, because we've done left and then right, and the connection between the two, left, right, the connection between the two, that's how we advance. So these states that we're in this connection, in the middle line, they are called the upper world. And there we are with the Creator, in adhesion to Him, according to that same degree that we rise between right and left, meaning right and left, they become further away from each other. And when we bring the Creator, the light that reforms, He ties these two ends to that same level that we've risen to. Again, left and right, and again they connect. Again, left and right, and again they connect. And that's how we rise 125 degrees until we reach revelation of the Creator in this middle line, which is complete to the max. That is our work. In order to enable us to do this, to be included in that, to reach that, we begin from a state that is completely detached from that. It's called this world. That we don't have not a desire to receive, nor a desire to bestow, but we are in this kind of special corporeal sample that the Creator brings us, an opportunity either to be separated between us according to our egoistic nature that was given to us to start with, or to overcome that and to be in an opposite nature, altruistic one, connected. These states, they lead us to the necessity to turn to the Creator. That through these corporeal, earthly exercises, what we have in this world for now, within our will to receive, we go through this guidance, pre-guidance, that we begin to feel our egoistic nature, our beastly, animalistic nature, to the extent that we're repelled by one another, thinking only of ourselves, consciously and subconsciously. And we have no choice. That is how we were created. And also from the other side, that we ask of the Creator to connect us. We make efforts ourselves. We attain. Is it even possible or not? We think at the beginning that we are capable, and then we're disappointed from our ability to come closer to one another. It takes many years to also become disappointed, and even more so to turn to the Creator, because it is completely against our nature. And that is how, at the end of the day, that's how we begin to depend our success on Him. That is why it's written that I have seen those who rise and they are few. Because that same point that pushes us forward to get to know the Creator, it awakens not in many people, in very few. Men and women. And only in them, actually, only from them the Creator expects for this point to awaken. He personally awakens it in every single person. He brings them to the right place. He says to them, take this good fortune and connect. But the connection does not succeed until we become disappointed from our own strength and we learn how to turn to Him. And then, if the Creator teaches us how to turn to Him, in other words, how to attain the correct efficiency for the correct connection, then it happens. And that is how we advance. I really hope that we will begin to feel this new point of connection. We'll talk about this more, about this entrance to revelation of the Creator. Meanwhile, let's begin. Go ahead. Who's reading? I'll read in Hebrew. Okay, as usual. Let's do it. Or is one of you going to read it in Hebrew? The entire purpose from the Creator to all the creatures that He created is to give benefit to the created beings in order for them to know His greatness and to receive all the light and pleasure He had prepared from them. Again, all of the Creator's desire from all of the created beings He created is to bestow upon His creatures so they would know His truthfulness and greatness and to receive all the delight and pleasure He had prepared for them. In other words, He created them to do good to them. But to do good means that they will know His greatness, His truthfulness, and that they will receive from Him all of the delight and pleasure that He has prepared for them. In other words, that the Creator in advance, He already determines the final state, the final state of the created being, and in what way He will fulfill him. In other words, also with respect to the kli, to the vessel, and the fulfillment and the relationships between them, all of that was predetermined from the beginning of creation. As it's written, the end act is from the preliminary thought. And we need to go through this entire process in order to be all of them together to become that same created being that is able to receive Everything from the Creator. My first question: how can we imagine this final state? Even that for us, our end act will start with this preliminary thought. Let us do this according to the rules of the workshop, together. Let's all be included in every single friend that speaks. Let's help each other. And already by that, we'll advance towards that same state. Go ahead.
Great to be here, friends. Thank you. This is the process. This is where we start. It's an opportunity for us. How do I see that? I see that as a constant revelation of perfection, from where we are to where He is, and where we are together, where we're united. And we're starting from this table.
We're starting together, and being together, you have to reveal what would feel like a memory, something that would feel like an impression that was left upon you at the beginning of creation. To visualize is to try to grasp in your mind what it feels like, what it feels like in the point of your heart, and you can only reveal it together.
Final outcomes determined by the preliminary thought. I think it's one big circle. In the beginning, there's the Creator, there's Ein Sof. It's perfect. It's just this unbelievable force of love and unity, of oneness. And He created our whole world with one single thought, from beginning to end, the whole process, everything in one thought. So we're trying to get back to that one complete unified thought that is that force of Ein Sof, of the Creator, of perfection. And I think if we just keep trying to focus on that thought and stay in the thought, we'll get there.
Yeah, what does the Creator's love feel like? What does the love of friends feels like? We're starting to feel it here. We are one family, and I think that's on the way. That's not even, I think, the final thought, and I think the final is the final image we can only put together out of everybody putting in their part. So individually, I think it's impossible for us to. It's only when we really connect and really start to feel that love between us, we'll start to taste collectively start to taste that.
Yeah, I think that final thought is a state of perfection, and because we see that state of perfection where everyone's constantly working in bestowal and no one has any desire for themselves, we see our distance from that, and our distance from that motivates us to get to that point eventually, that we can constantly overcome our desires, and through that overcoming build light between us and open up the upper worlds ultimately.
That final thought, it's when we're together, we have that common connection between us towards the goal, and that's what pushes us towards that. And how we can imagine that is each friend putting in his work, his part, and that comes the outcome.
It seems that that final act and that preliminary thought are one and the same. The act is the thought, and they're working in unison. All we have to do is commit to that action and accept the will of the Creator, because that final act is what the Creator wants for us. That is the love of the Creator for us.
And I think that we can imagine it in a way that there's no blockage. The Creator's light flows through cleanly, so that what He wants to be revealed to us comes through cleanly. And so there's a place of annulment that's available to us there, to let that original thought flow through us, so that at some point we begin to connect them together as one man, one heart, and then be able to allow that to flow to the public in our dissemination. Because the connection that we're engaged in is not for us ultimately. It's for dissemination. It's for teaching the world this method of connection. And so we imagine the end result is that all the created beings are united as one, as the Creator intended.
So I imagine it as this beautiful state of perfection where we all speak in the language of love, where we just receiving with the desire to bestow, and where all the friend, where everybody's trusting each other. It's total trust. It's just total trust. It's total beauty. You're seeing the beauty of everyone, and you just see the beauty in everyone. It's not seeing the beauty in everyone, in the state of perfection.
It's fulfillment.
Through what does the Creator? Through what does the Creator push and pull us towards His goal? We are egoists. Egoists in a corporeal and animalistic way. In other words, we, all in all, want, just like any animal, to feel good in every single state we are in. We don't think about goals that are above our desire, our will. Whatever is in our desire, which is food, sex, family, money, honor, knowledge, these are the 6 primary desires. They are the only things we see. And in different structures and different combinations in every person, that's the difference between people. So what is the Creator doing? He is awakening within these desires for food, sex, money, honor, power, knowledge. He is awakening what we call the point in the heart, a special deficiency. To know Him, to reveal Him. That is called the point in the heart. And whoever it awakens in, that's the people we're talking about. Towards other people that this point has not awakened in them, we're not even talking about them, we're not touching them. They can live their life however they want. They'll feel bad, and through our dissemination, they will want it, they'll come. Even though also when they come, we won't be able to give them our method, the method of this evolution, this development of the point in the heart. We will give them simply a method of life, to have a better life in a balanced ego. but not in attaining godliness. That's not their problem. It's not their desire. To those that want that the Creator awakens this desire for Him, about that it's written.
Tony, please.
Quote number 2. The Creator Himself puts one's hand on the good fate by giving him a life of pleasure and contentment within the corporeal life that's filled with torment and pain and devoid of any content. One necessarily departs and escapes them when he sees a tranquil place. Even if it seemingly appears amidst the cracks, he flees there from his life, which is harder than death. Indeed, there is no greater placement of one's hand by him than this, and one's choice refers only to the strengthening.
In other words, whatever happens to us, we only need to become stronger in this path. That the Creator, He puts us in the right direction. He gives us also this like push, and all we need to do is to continue. Because everything is already set up. We only need to arrange ourselves correctly. On what does us preparing for the call of the Creator depend on to reach the purpose of our lives? Go ahead. On what does us arranging ourselves correctly depend on to do our plan of development to reach the purpose of our lives? Please.
The purpose of our lives is reached in a Kabbalistic group. It's reached with other points in the heart that can support, that can aid each other, and that can allow us to rise above our ego, not in anywhere else. I can't find this anywhere else except here with you. That's the first thing.
And it's also to discover that within each friend, as I sit with you all, to know that you all have a portion of that truth within you, and to explore that as a curiosity.
This way, we experience torment, and we
to annul myself before you all, and to really try to discover that. And within discovering that, I know that I'm adhering to the purpose of creation. Making you happy, making what little bit of myself is happy, and discovering each and every one of you.
Okay, so, cool.
The desire for spirituality, the desire to seek the correction.
I kind of feel
it's impossible for me to reach this goal by myself. I need the 10. I need the perfect unit that the Creator has created so we could realize this together. We can't do it by ourselves. We're just incapable of receiving. And what does Kabbalah means to receive? We're incapable of receiving by ourselves. We need to be connected to others because it's through that unity, it's through that connection we find the Creator.
I think it depends on the choice each one of us has to make, choose this environment, to choose our teachers, our sources.
It's like what is that thing after the point in the heart?
But it's like,
what is that thing?
what, maybe it's who does it depend on? Because it really depends on who you're connected to and how big of a vessel, to what extent of a vessel we can build for the revelation of the Creator between us.
We depend on everyone working toward the same intention. We can't really depend on everything to work out perfectly because the Creator's constantly building obstacles, but our desire needs to be a communal desire that we all want to overcome our egoistic intention for the self, where we think about pleasure and aim towards something higher than our like animal desires.
What depends to realize the development and reach the goal. It's the 10. It's the way we are inside the 10. It's what we do in the 10. It's the arvut, the covenant that we sign together. That's what strengthens us. That's what pushes us to do what needs to be done. And it's the only way.
Well, development, the work that we do is to reach that state of faith above reason, because that puts us in what the sages call the burden of the kingdom of heaven, which is faith above reason. But to take that on, we have to correct, the ego has to be corrected to the point where we can reach that state. I think that's what I mean when you say that the Creator places us in that right direction and gives us that push through the 10, through that unity in the group. Because otherwise,
Quote
we're just
number
alone
3
in our state of
from Rabash. The Creator has chosen him to connect with him. He must praise and thank the Creator for choosing him. This applies to each and every discernment. That is, for even the smallest action in spirituality that one is rewarded with doing, he should thank the Creator for giving him a thought and a desire to do this thing.
Meaning that whoever the Creator has chosen, especially them to advance them, then he needs to give gratitude and praise for him bringing him closer. Although this state of coming closer is unpleasant because it shows us what we're lacking, what we need to attain, to understand, to work very hard above our will to receive, which is egoistic, above our laziness. The awakening the Creator gives us to those same unique people that He selected is an awakening of this future goal which illuminates to an extent. And this lack, this deficiency that awakens in me as a result of that. In other words, I see something far ahead. As if I see it, I don't see it, but I have a feeling that I'm missing it. And having this feeling that I'm missing it, this lack awakens in me this pain, this deficiency. People that don't feel this deficiency, they have a good life, calm. And for me, suddenly I'm in this state of lack. And it's not that my body, my animal is missing something. Food, sex, family, money, honor, knowledge. It's something that I don't understand exactly what. And I need to be grateful for that. Because only to the extent that I can value, that I can appreciate this goal that's pulling me and awakening, also awakening pain from not having it. Only to the extent that I'm grateful to the Creator for that, I can advance. And that is according to the importance I have for that same goal, which I don't know, and I can't measure it, I can't weigh it to the extent that it's important. That's why we've been given the society. That I depend on? I depend on the group. If I don't see the goal, then to the extent that I can, through the group, I can value this goal, accordingly I can advance. That is why, in spirituality specifically, where the goal isn't visible, but it's distant, very distant, and it's blurry, it's unclear, and all the world is laughing at it, does not feel any importance to it at all. But altogether there are only a few thousands of people, and in the best case scenario there'll be only a few millions, not much more, that will want this goal in order to attain it according to the desire that they receive from the Creator. But to attain it, it's possible only according to the importance they give it. And they can get this importance only from the group that they build. And that is the most important thing. That's why we need to connect. And that is the main reason why the Creator brings a person to the good fortune and says to him, take it. He brings him to the group. And all of our work in the group starts from this initial high sublime point, to receive through the group the greatness of the Creator, the greatness of the goal, the greatness of our work. How do we arrange ourselves, arrange our group, in order to be inspired from it, from the greatness of the goal, the greatness of the Creator, the greatness of the spiritual work? Please.
The group won't be important to us unless we begin to invest in the group. It's almost like a conundrum in a way, because you really start from zero, and you have to be a null to let the friends actually give you this importance. And we have to start from there, from a place of annulment, and then really open ourselves from the inside out and let the group continue to advertise us the greatness of the Creator. And then as we do that, we feel the greatness of the friends more and more, because they're emulating His greatness. So it's really up to us from a place of annulment and really inclusion and investment in the group.
I think we arrange ourselves by developing this admiration, this respect for the desires that the friends have, for the commitment that the friends have, for all the hard work that they do, and all the example that the friends provide for us, and their example and their tremendous effort gives me the importance, because I don't want to let them down, and because of their work I want to be like they are, and I know that in order for them to be to get to where they need to get, I have to do my contribution, which is to pray for them, to think of them, and to see their greatness all the time.
Thank you. The friends make it real. The friends make it real for me. Their example, I don't know. I don't know if it's true. I don't know what's going on in you. I'm just looking at you. I'm just seeing you in your innocence, in your effort, in your words. You touch me. You inspire me. Even today, I just arrived and I'm already looking at you, and I'm already inspired. My part is to give you the importance, and I came today with that top of mind. So let's do this, friends.
And to honor the fact that we have all put in a tremendous amount of effort to be here at the Congress. The connection, the miles that we're willing to travel, the hurdles that we're willing to go through, also that we can just sit together and
try to reveal the light. This is it. This is it. We're doing it now.
I do whatever the society and our teacher asks me to do. And if nobody's asking me to do anything, I'm going along with everybody else because I know that whatever they're doing is better than what I'm doing on my own. I subordinate myself, my ego, I annul myself. I continually try to annul myself to the group. And if I'm asked to organize, I'll organize. If I'm asked to do a job, I'll do a job. Otherwise, I just want to be like an amoeba in the body, just doing whatever it takes for everybody else to do what they're supposed to do.
Yeah. How do we organize our society like a family? How do we organize a family that's always growing, that has so many people, so many diverse parts? How do we make it a really healthy organism? Maybe we shouldn't always look for the inspiration, that's like the fireworks, all the time. We should just look for the inspiration that comes from the balance, the healthy organism, just the lifestyle. This path, it's a lifestyle. It starts, you go to sleep with it in mind and you wake up with it. And the more you connect to the friends, the more you get involved, become accountable, become responsible. The more you fail, the more room there is. That's the potential that opens up for correction, for improvement.
Yeah, we need to find the greatness of the Creator through the friends. That if we orient ourselves toward the 10 as if we're speaking to the Creator every morning, then we have a direction. That every word that the friends say is a part of our soul, and it's something that we need to reflect on, that it's really a reflection of our inner state.
Absolutely. It's about not only just organizing the 10, it's about organizing ourselves towards the 10, how we act towards the 10, and what our attitude is towards the 10. It's how we it's in a way how we break down the barrier between ourselves and the others. It's letting the stony heart melt away so that we can connect and grow.
Our organization is in the revelation of none else besides Him, because within that we realize the Creator, His will, His greatness, the greatness of the Creator, the greatness of the work, greatness of this path. It's all revealed in none else besides Him. Every thought that we have should focus on none else besides Him. The smallest thought to the largest thought, it's none else besides Him. It's through that we have this revelation.
Quote number 5.
Of the greatness of the goal.
One should always sell the beams of his house. Each of them had a spark of love of others, but the spark did not ignite the light of love to shine in each. So they agreed that by uniting the sparks, they would become a big flame.
You could say it otherwise. That in each and every one of us, there is a 10th of a desire that is needed in order to start connecting to the Creator. And therefore, if we connect as 10 in that single desire, then we have one desire which then we connect. And besides that, the connection isn't only quantitative. that I have 10th and my friend has 10th and in all the 10 friends. But it's the quality of it. It's the quality of the desire in each and every one which is different. And when we connect together, we complete each other qualitatively. We don't only connect like in maths, a 10th and another 10th, 1/10, 2/10, 3/10. But this connection is formed from the different qualities. And when they connect together, we attain also the quantity and also the complete quality, which is called one. All the 10 as one. The question is, then what kind of connection do we need to have between us? How do we need to apply it in order to correctly connect and to have this desire, to be in that desire, to start feeling the Creator, to start revealing Him? Please.
I think that the desire really has to come from a place of internality, because everybody's internality is a place for them to scrutinize. You know, what am I doing to adhere to the connection? You know, my friends can see me. I do this work, I do that work, but what am I doing internally that the friends can't see? And am I willing to expose that within myself and offer that up to the friends so that I feel if there's something there, I feel as a blockage that's keeping me from connecting with the friends. So there's a place of exploration there that only I can determine whether I'm willing to give that place up, which I may refer to as my small I, in place of the greatness of the friends.
Yeah, I think we have to see and feel the perfection of the friends all the time, and we have to know that they need me because they without me are incomplete, and I need to do my part. But they are really totally perfect all the time. So my annulment all the time is going to help them achieve what is going to make bring us to our total correction.
Yeah, I think we need to connect from the heart, friends. I think when we come here, it's not the time to be making your calculations and things like that. We're here to connect with each other from heart to heart, and in that action we will reveal other things. We will reveal attraction, rejection, all sorts of other things. But that is exactly signs. Those are signs that we're doing the work. Yeah, let's connect. Let's connect for the friends. Let's be for each other. Let's build a vessel for the light.
And the true connection is the one that is not defined by our bodies. As Rav was saying, it's not about separate tins breaking off and being physical, but it's really about having a unifying force that connects us with this environment, so that when we leave here, we still have it with us. I understand that connection to be just pure love, how we perceive the Creator, good that does good, a complete force of bestowal. So I need to seek that in every one of you guys. When I do have the opportunity to be with you all, I need to discover that within you. I need to have it so that when I'm left here, I'm left with the impression of complete adhesion with that within you.
Okay, friends, let's take this now into more directly into feelings. What does that friction feel like? What is the difference between a spark and a flame? Share with your friends the feeling, the sensation that we get when our sparks join into a flame in the 10. Share with your friends what is that between us when a spark turns into a flame in the 10.
I think it goes back to what Rav said. I'm not the 10. I'm just 1/10. I'm just a part. I'm just something. Like Tony just said. It's in order to get a fire that warms you, you need a lot of sparks. So you can't do it by yourself. I also think it's really easy to do it. I just think that. We play all these games and we're constantly trying, and I think it's really more about letting something down and bringing down the barriers more than it's about trying to do it. I think we all want it. I think the desire is there. I think the Creator's given us all the tools. I just think there's just a psychological switch we need to lower.
Yeah, and when we lower that bridge, I guess lower that guard, then then oxygen can really flow and fuel this flame. We know we're all sparks that can't exist on our own; that'll just fade. So the fire is the 10 that's corrected properly with the Creator in the middle, when you connect to the 10 in any way, that you're uplifted. You just get in the flow, and you kind of disappear. So it may be temporary, but we're trying to really make this a habit, a second nature. How to have that connection be constant, but when you're consumed, when you can't feel yourself anymore, when you're consumed by the flame of the 10, and you feel like the power is just like this. You have this infinite power, infinite inspiration. It's a feeling.
Yeah, a spark is potential, and the flame is the realization of the connection. It means that we're all included in each other's thoughts and desires, and we become like one. Beyond it's beyond our physical bodies that we dissolve into each other, and we're one entity. So like a flame is this force that starts with like a small potential and like expands.
We gather here to establish a society where each of us follows the spirit of bestowing upon the Creator. And to achieve bestowal upon the Creator, we must begin with the bestowal upon man, which is called love of others. And love of others can only be through revoking of oneself. Thus, on the one hand, each person should feel lowly, and on the other hand, be proud that the Creator has given us this chance to be in a society where each of us has but a single goal, for the Shekhinah, divinity, to be among us.
How can we feel in a way that it will really burn us from the inside? That we've gotten a rare opportunity to reach godliness and not to end our lives like animals. That we've been given an opportunity to arrange our group, our environment, in which we can discover the Creator. To come out of this temporary, animalistic, fictitious world from all of our senses, and to rise from world to world. We don't even know what that is, but this ascent, it gives us eternality, perfection. It gives us the ability to see endlessly, to feel fully, to attain without any limitation. But still, to the extent these words are high, we feel from within only an animal desire. That if I now will see in front of me an animalistic goal, food, sex, family, money, honor, knowledge, it can easily block all of my high sublime inclinations to the Creator. So, how can we get to know our lowliness, and how can we publish between us the importance of the Creator and its goal, so that we won't fall from valuing spirituality to this corporeal loathsomeness? Go ahead.
Well, that's where the love of friends comes to play the most. It's, from the love of friends comes the love of Creator. And the only way to get to that is through the friends. And when you value your friends more than you value yourself, and you put them before yourself every time, and you keep that intention, it's only for the friends, not for myself. It's where we start opening up for bigger and better things. I don't know.
Well, we have to look at the importance of the Creator in relationship to the goal, and if we see ourselves as lower than the friends, we don't allow ourselves to fall into this loathsomeness, because that is not what gives us that motivation to inspire the friends to move forward in this work. And even though we don't know what the greatness of the Creator is, we can aspire to reveal that, to ask for it, to desire it, to build that vessel of desire for that greatness, so that at least we can move from that state we can avoid that state of loathsomeness in that way.
And then, of course, if we ask the Creator for something, then we have a part to play in that as well. So every day I see my friends doing all these great things, inspirational things, like things that are like above reason. And so now the question is, to me, is like, am I going to ignore what my friends are doing? Am I going to, or be inspired by them? So the group is really a model or an example put in front of me that always allows me to be able to gauge myself by what I see in them, and then to make strides towards that. Of course, we'll come into all kinds of states behind that. It could be loathsomeness or wretchedness or whatever. But the point is that this is what the Creator wants us to reveal within ourselves, so that we have something to move towards or to make a proper demand and a request to Him.
Yes, everything that we do, we have to develop this habit, this desire that everything that we do it with the objective with the intention of pleasing the friends, of doing it for the friends, doing it for the Creator is the same. So, but it doesn't matter what it is. We do it with that intention. We put the intention first. Whatever we're doing, anything we're doing it for the friends. And so everything starts with the thought of the friends and ends with the thought of the friends. The friends are on top of everything, of every action.
Yeah, I think you only reveal the wretchedness and the lowliness when you put in all your effort and all your heart, and then all of a sudden you realize that that you are an egoist, that you can't do it, that you're very weak. You start revealing these things, and then on the other hand you see that we're all the same. We're all the same here. So what do, right? You're still a disseminator, right? You're still an example to your friends, and they're an example to you. So now you're having to work above your feelings. You're responsible for their spirituality. So that's that's the point. That's the importance. The importance is above your importance.
And I recognize that the Creator sends that state. He sends that state of lowliness to me
When I feel like I'm being pushed away or dragged away from the 10, from the friends, from the society, it's a complete state of loneliness. A complete state of loneliness. And the only way to get out of that is by bringing that to the friends, by taking that state of loneliness and going to the friends, going to the friend, asking them to help you, asking them to help pull you out of this state, because you know it's just, it's a test. It's a test to prove how much of this you really have the desire for. I mean, we all understand that this is a gift, and we all know that it's a gift. And I have to be a dog. I have to be a dog that when I feel like somebody is coming to take my bowl of food away from me, I feel threatened.
And we're all stupid because we don't realize it's all the Creator messing with us. And if we fail because we don't attribute every single thing that happens in our life to the Creator. And of course, through the friends, this is where you could be reminded of this. This is the cure that you could have when you're feeling down, when you're feeling low. But if we don't attribute everything to the Creator, if we don't.
Let's add a practical exercise. We are here with so many great friends who have the importance of the goal for which we are gathered. So let's have every friend in the circle share with the friends, what is the importance of this gathering for me? What is the real greatness of the opportunity at hand that we all have? Let's share it with each other.
Yeah, I mean, it's really the continuation of the previous question. I mean, the gratitude we feel in this society, how lucky we feel that the friends the Creator introduced us to, I don't know if we could really feel the seriousness of what's happening here. Think back to the times when on this path, when grown men here, but you don't have to admit to me when you cried on this path, when you really realized the gift that you received. This can't be like a routine, can't be just another congress, another workshop. Like you have to go all in, and it means everything to me. I brought my entire family here. It's that my children grow up in this environment. There's nothing more important to me.
Yeah, we really have the opportunity to reveal the Creator together. That all these points have met from all over the country and all over the world because we have this common deficiency that we feel this need for the upper force. And as Rob was saying before, it's not a rational need. It has nothing to do with material. It has nothing to do with our animal desires. It's that there's this thing clawing at us that the Creator gave us this chance to correct, and we need to make sure we take advantage of the good fortune given to us.
The importance of this gathering, it's simply like my brother here said, it's reveal the Creator, and the greatness of this opportunity that we have. It's no words can put it in the light. It's literally the most amazing, biggest opportunity that we've had so far in all the previous congresses. Everything is led up to this Congress. This is the Congress that we can change everything just through our friends, through being there for the friends, through the friends.
What is the importance of this gathering for me? I would like to see, because I believe that what I study with all of you and what Rav disseminates can become realized. And I believe that to such a degree that I'm here now in order to help and put my part in it, my contribution to making that happen, to make that goal happen, which is adhesion with the Creator. And the greatness of that opportunity is that we can all realize that, and in agreement with that thought, we will realize that state of adhesion, that state of being able to bestow and have that quality of the Creator.
It's like, what can I say that hasn't been said by the friends or even felt from within the connection itself? You can just feel how important it is. And so I will say that the
Quote number 10. The essence of one's work is only to come to the sensation of the existence of the Creator, meaning to feel the existence of the Creator, that the whole earth is full of His glory. This will be one's entire work, meaning all the vigor that he puts into the work will only be to achieve that, and not for any other things. One should not be misled into having to acquire anything. Rather, there's only one thing a person needs, namely faith in the Creator. He should not think of anything, meaning that the only reward that he wants for his work should be to be rewarded with the faith in the Creator.
Faith in the Creator is feeling it. That word shouldn't confuse us. Faith. In the wisdom of Kabbalah and spirituality, the interpretation of the words is completely different than in corporeality, than how they were distorted when it came down from spirituality to corporeality. Then they got confused and they distorted the interpretation of the words. And that is why they named faith as if it's someone that has to take a rumor that has no foundation, no basis, and it was never known as a fact, and that he has to start treating it as if it's something realistic, a fact. So that's not how it is. But we are building faith in the Creator, which is called the feeling, the sensation of the Creator, the sensation of the reality of the Creator. That's what he writes here. That's what Baal Salam writes here in this article. That it is entirely facing us as a challenge.